Hey everyone, welcome to my Monday night Facebook Live on Wellness Adventures Worldwide. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and that you were able to spend it with some friends and family and ate and drank and was merry, even though I'm assuming someone got stuffed at some point. But hope you are back into the swing of things Monday morning, going back to work. But I wanted to talk to you today to talk about travel insurance because it seems this is a great topic to talk about right now, as the ski season has started. So people are like, why do I need travel insurance? And why do people ignore buying it? So we're just going to talk a little bit about that today. So why do you buy car insurance? Why do you buy medical insurance? Why do you buy a home warranty for your house? Why do you buy a warranty on an appliance or electrical equipment? Just in case anything happens, anything breaks down, and so you're covered. And that's the same thing with travel insurance, but people say it's too expensive. I won't lose anything. I won't go into hospital. I don't need any medical. But you never know what might happen. Things can happen. And unless you are fully loaded with a lot of cash in your bank account, I would strongly recommend that if you are traveling, that you take out travel insurance, because you will have to pay out of pocket at some point. But you can get reimbursed with your travel insurance. However, if you don't have any travel insurance, then you are going to be out of pocket completely. Just like if you didn't have any car insurance and you got into an accident, you have got to pay the damages. If you have a home warranty, or if you don't have a home warranty and anything happened in your house, you are paying for it. If you did not take out that policy to anything happened to your TV, you've got to repair it or just buy a new one. So travel insurance is exactly the same. If anything happens, it's there in case you need it. So there are different types of travel insurance. So I'm just going to briefly talk about that now. So you can get single trip insurance, you can get annual trip insurance, and you can also get backpackers. So the difference between single trip, if you're just taking one trip, annual, if you are a person who likes to travel 2 or 3 times a year, then you can take out an annual policy and you would be covered. If you're a backpacker and wanting to go to multiple destinations and have an extended trip, then they do have the insurance for that. Now, it depends on what you get with each travel company or with each travel insurance company, because their coverage is different, and it just depends on what kind of coverage you would require. But if you think about it, most of them, and I'll put in general quotations, have medical insurance, or you can get medical transportation. You will have baggage claims. So if you lose your bag, or it's delayed, or it's lost, or it's damaged, you'll get that. There's also trip cancellation. There's also travel delays if you get interrupted on your trip. There's also if you are doing any hazardous activities. So if you're going skiing, snowboarding, heli skiing, bungee jumping, those types of things, then there are policies for that. But also some travel insurance companies won't take you if you have a pre-existing condition. So again, you have to read the small print, but you want to make sure that the ones that I just spoke about are covered, because if you get ill on vacation, you have to go to a hospital. Now, if you're not in the US and you're somewhere international, they're not going to accept your medical insurance. Just going to put it out there. So you're going to have some other medical insurance, and you're going to have to pay up front, and you need to keep all your receipts, and then you'll be able to get reimbursed by your insurance, and you'll have to probably file a claim there and then. But if you don't have it, then you're going to be paying out of pocket. Now, if you're in Europe, you're going to be paying in euros, and that's quite expensive. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, you are going to be forking out that money for medical. And depending on how severe it is, if you are delayed on your trip, you've broken your leg and you can't walk, you're going to be in hospital probably for about a couple of days. They're going to cast you. You're going to maybe have to buy new plane tickets. You may be helicoptered out of somewhere because you were hiking. All these things add up. And again, if you do not have a big, substantial amount of cash in your bank account, I would strongly suggest you take out travel insurance to help that. Now, I know I said at the beginning, cost. People are like, oh, it costs too much. Well, the cost of travel insurance depends on quite a few things. So it depends on the duration of your trip, on how long you're going to go for. It also depends on your age. So the more older you get, the more at risk you're at. Just saying. It's just part of the territory. We can't always be young every single day. Again, also some of the activities that you're going to be doing. Also, if you're going on a business trip or pleasure, and again, your medical condition. So it really kind of just depends on the individual. But I would strongly suggest that when you do take out travel insurance, that you do it at the point of when you pay a deposit for your trip. Because again, something can happen in between the time of when you pay your deposit up until you travel. And if you take out the insurance at that point, when you do the deposit, then you'll be able to claim back some of the money. Now, again, it depends on the policy. They may give you 75%, they may give you 100% of what you've paid up until that point. But you need to read the fine print. You need to really ask a lot of questions with the travel insurance company that you go with. And again, if you need to make a claim, you need to make sure that you have all your documentation ready for the travel insurance company, so then they can reimburse you as quickly as possible. So you may need to get a statement from the police. You may need to, I'm just trying to think, you may need to go somewhere else and get proof and documentation and receipts just to kind of say that you need to claim this back on your insurance. And again, if you lose your baggage, you need to have information from the airlines to say that your bag is delayed, and normally sometimes the airlines will give you a stipend of how much money that they will give you to kind of get you started, to buy you some clothes. So it's worth. Hi, Jen. Hi. Sorry, I'm very into this conversation, and now I'm just kind of going on. But it's very, very important that when you do travel, that you do take out travel insurance. I cannot stress how important it is, because you never know what might happen. And so make sure that you're just covered, because again, we don't know what's going to happen. We could get run over by a bus. We could fall down some stairs. We could have an accident going skiing. And we want to make sure that we're covered and that we don't have to pay out of pocket, because, we work hard for our money. And so, yes, again, the cost of travel insurance, yes, it can be expensive, but in the long run, it's worth the money. Just like when you take out car insurance, if you take out a home warranty, if your heater goes wrong, if your AC doesn't work, if you have an electrical appliance and it's died and you need to get it back to life, or they'll say, okay, well, it's too old, then you have the opportunity to get a new one with the policy that you took out. It's the same principle. Same principle. But if anyone does have any more questions about travel insurance, I am more than happy to answer your questions, because I feel like this is one of the hot topics that needs to be discussed, and everyone, wherever you're traveling, needs to have travel insurance just to make sure you are covered. All right. Hope you have a great Monday. This is a very brief video tonight but I'm hoping I've given you some great pointers about travel insurance. But again, if you do have any questions, please put them in the comment box and I will happily answer them for you. Okay, everyone, take care and have a great rest of your week.